Oh, this is a continuation of yesterday's video about Indigenous trauma and recovery. And I wanted to go on more about there's a few simple things that you can do actually if you feel you're going into that stage, the blackout stage, because it's an actual physiological change that comes over you. And once you recognize it, you can stop it by telling yourself, like the date, like today is whatever it is, June 16th, 2024, where you are and that you're safe and that nothing is happening. But also, you need to know the triggers. And if you've had a lot of trauma, by the time it gets to extreme PTSD, you've probably had about 20 things that could trigger you. But you have to know those. And once you know it, for example, for me, one of them would be like fireworks. Because I guess in my mind, it goes back to the gunfire, the Civil War in El Salvador and then Guatemala as I was leaving. But so now I know that. I know, okay, when there are fireworks, like, well, don't go around there if I can help it, but if I can't, because you do hear them, right? You just tell yourself, no, this is not gunshots and cannons going off, it's just fireworks, blah, blah, blah. And it sounds so simple, but that in itself can keep you from going into it. But as I said, once you recognize that feeling, because as I said, it is a physiological change, you can stop it. And if you think someone else is in a blackout by trauma, um, you just ask them, what is the. You can't always tell, right? Because they're highly functioning, they can be going about their business, but in their minds, they're somewhere else. And it's not them, remember? It's that little thing that triggered them, and their mind is trying to create like a new ending, a happy ending to that story. It's nothing to do with them, right? They're not conscious, even though they look like they are. So you just ask the person, what day and time is it? Where are you? And then you tell them, no, you're give them the right day and time and where they are, and that you're safe. There's no one hurting you. Everything is fine. And just that little simple thing will lead you back. That's it. You know, they should teach this in school, I believe. So, something I probably should have attached to yesterday's video. That and stressing again, we have our own ways of dealing with things, and they work for us. The institutions and programs of the settlers don't. They make things worse, actually. So this is a little, just an aside, a little book, or maybe not really an aside, that I think was issued by the government, isn't it? Yeah, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, of all people, who put this book out, Native Spirituality Guide. And this was for people at the border to understand more, to have a handbook when Native people, First Nations people go through about what they're carrying. I've never had a problem myself. They're not allowed to open your bag for you. They can ask you to. Like, no one is ever supposed to touch your medicine bag. But you can open it and take out anything. So here you just see there's the pipe tampers, a little bit of tobacco, a pipe obviously, and some medicine pouches on the side, and so on. And it explains all of this. And I think different medicines here, what they are, and there is a detailed explanation about each one. I think they really did a great job with this book, and I wish it were still, I don't know if it is, if it's still available. I wish it were. I wish that they would republish it there. I'll take a photo. It hasn't come out too clear. It's Minister of Supply and Services Canada. And can you see the ISBN number there? Maybe that's a little better. However, yeah, this is very helpful. I only had, I think, one problem going over, and that was the last time I was coming back here, just in March. And there was a woman in, I think it was she didn't know what a status card was. You know, we used that to cross the border. And it's the new enhanced, no, I didn't have the new one, I had the old one. I do have the new enhanced one now, but she just said, no, you have to go, you don't have a visa. And I said, no, I don't need a visa. I'm Native Canadian, which I don't think she believed or knew what to make of. So when I went to the customs guard, he just kind of said, oh, why didn't you show this to the other guard? And I said I did. She didn't know what it was or what to do with it. So he just said, okay, it's fine, no problem. And he didn't even turn it over. I think with the new one, it has its advantages that you can just swipe it. And I'll show you both the old and the new one in a moment and explain. First, when I heard about the new one, I was really not impressed. I didn't want there to be a new one, and I don't like the way it looks. I really don't. But now I understand that it is secure, it's safer for everyone, and again, not that I don't think there are like hundreds of people, native people, that are going through every day where they have to punch in all the numbers, but it does make it a little easier for them, right? They can just swipe it. So yeah, I get that. And I'll show you a picture of the cards in a moment.